Alright, buddy, peace. Welcome to the Sorry to Bother You NFL show. Wherever or however you're listening, we are so grateful to have you here with us. As you guys know, I'm your host, Sean Cottle. And listen, what better way to kick off the NFL season than what we got last night between the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs? As you guys know, we previewed that matchup in our NFL show earlier in the week on Tuesday. And the predictions were slightly off in the sense that it was the wrong team. Right score, right development, and right, correct progression of the game and how it played out. However, the teams were just wrong choice of teams. Right, but in today's show, guys, we're going to be previewing two other pretty big matchups in the NFL this week, and that's between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns, as well as between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. But before we get started, before we get to any of that, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, so you guys can stay up to date on all of our latest content. And if you'd like to get exclusive content from the Sorry to Bother You show, be sure to follow us on Patreon. You can do so by going to patreon.com, clicking on the search bar, and typing in Sorry to Bother You show. That way you can gain access to all of our exclusive content that we post daily. And if you'd like to support our network and our company, you can do so by following the link in the ticker below. It's streamelements.com/sorrytobotheryoushow/tip. None of this is possible without you guys, the fans. So we're so grateful and honored for all of the love and support that you show us. None of this is possible without you guys. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. Like I said, we're going to be covering the matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. And both teams that had interesting off seasons. The Cowboys were in constant contract talks with CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb eventually got paid, got his contract extension. Now people are questioning whether Dak Prescott deserves a contract extension. And something that I've said and constantly I've said for the past year, 2 years almost now, is that what's the alternative? If you're not going to sign and extend Dak Prescott, what's your other option? Who else is on the market? Who else is capable of having the success that he has had in Dallas? And I believe that's what it really comes down to. And what will happen with Dak Prescott in his contract situation? Knowing Jerry Jones in Dallas, he's going to get paid. He will get his money. And, if you're Dallas, you are looking to win the NFC East, and you're looking to project yourself into conversation as one of the, if not the best team in the NFC. Obviously, you are contending with Detroit and San Francisco and Green Bay and Philadelphia. At this point in time, I believe those are the best teams in the NFC. Then Dallas is in that next tier. But if you're Cleveland and you are looking to have Deshaun Watson healthy for a full season again, or trying to. In the last year, he missed a couple games, and you bring back Amari Cooper, and I believe Nick Chubb is back as well. We know Nick Chubb tore his ACL early on in the season last year. So your offense is healthy, your defense is stout as it was before, and both of these teams are looking. Cleveland, one of the best teams in the AFC North, and perhaps the best division in football, with, like I said, Cleveland and Baltimore and Pittsburgh, Cincinnati as well. All four of those teams have a legitimate chance of making the playoffs. So Cleveland is going to have a difficult run of things over the course of this season due to the division that they're in, while Dallas is going to be playing a weaker division. The only other team in their division that has a legitimate chance of vying for NFC contention is the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't see Washington. I don't see the Giants being even playoff threats. So, in between Dallas and the Eagles, those are going to be the best teams in the NFC East. And if we look at this matchup between the Cowboys and the Browns, Listen, the line currently has Cleveland minus 2.5. The over/under is set at 40.5. It's a home game for Cleveland, and CeeDee Lamb I believe he's going to be playing. I know he had some questions whether he'd be on the reserve or not, but CeeDee Lamb will be playing in this game. John Stevens, their tight end for Dallas, is questionable at the moment. And for Cleveland, they're missing quite a few players. Quite a few players are questionable, my apologies, on the defense end of the ball. And the linebacker Jordan Hicks, Dalvin Tomlinson, Quentin Jefferson, and Jack Conklin. Well, Jack Conklin's an OT all tackle, but Tomlinson, Jefferson, and Hicks, all on the defense side of the ball, are all questionable. Will that play an impact in Cleveland's defense? And that remains to be seen. And I believe that this will be a close game, and I do believe Cleveland will win this game by a score of 24-20. I believe that Cleveland is going to be able to get enough stops. One stop on the last possession of the game against Dallas. I believe Dallas is going to struggle to run the ball against Cleveland's front seven, which is something that a lot of teams struggle to do. But due to the offense and being healthy now in Cleveland, led by Deshaun Watson, I believe that's going to allow Cleveland to create enough scoring opportunities for the offense to separate themselves from Dallas. So like I said, I have Cleveland winning this game by a score of 24-20 to kick off the week 1 for both of these clubs. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you guys think this is going to be a close game? Do you guys have Dallas winning this game? Or do you guys have Cleveland winning this home game? What are your guys' thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment section and in the chat room. I'm looking forward to hearing all about it. And in our next segment, guys, we're going to be previewing another interesting matchup, week 1, between the Jets and the 49ers. So be sure to stick around for that, guys. You're not going to miss it. We'll be right back. Alright, everybody, welcome back. In case you missed the first segment of our show, we previewed the matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Dallas Cowboys. And in this segment, guys, we are going to be previewing another interesting matchup in the NFL between the New York Jets and the San Francisco 49ers. But before we get into it, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button as well, so you guys can stay up to date on all of our latest content that we post daily. Listen, none of this is possible without you guys, the fans. So we're so grateful and honored for all the love and support that you guys show us day in and day out. So, that being said, guys, let's go and get into our next segment. Like I said, we're previewing the matchup between the Jets and the 49ers. The 49ers obviously coming off a very tough Super Bowl loss to the Kansas City Chiefs. As you guys know, our co-host Dre is a resident San Francisco fan, and then for the Jets, obviously, your week 1 last year did not get off to the start that you were hoping for with losing Aaron Rodgers to an Achilles injury. him being out for the remainder of the season. But both teams are looking to bounce back. The Jets are looking to make the playoffs for the first time in, I believe, 10 years. If I'm wrong about that one, you guys can correct me. And San Francisco is looking to capitalize on their championship window. In our previous segment, I discussed why San Francisco in our NFL show earlier this week. I discussed why San Francisco is running out on opportunities, and why I believe that this is their last year to realistically vie for a Super Bowl, and this is the last year for the championship window. So there's an extra level of pressure for San Francisco going into the season that the Jets don't have. And going into this game, if you look at the injury report, the Jets, their guard Wes Schweitzer is questionable, and not sure if Hassan Reddick is going to play. I know he was been holding out all throughout training camp, and that could play a big factor for the Jets on the defensive side of the ball. Hassan Reddick's one of the best defensive players in the NFL, coming over from Philly. There's been a lot of contract talks, or the holdout is because of the contract, and I'm not sure if he's going to play. I don't believe he's going to play. My reports haven't heard anything, haven't seen anything that would indicate that he's going to play. If you guys have heard something, let me know. Leave your thoughts in the chat room. But I haven't heard anything about Hassan Reddick actually playing this week. And for San Francisco, quite a number of questionables on the offensive side of the ball. Christian McCaffrey is questionable. Juwan Jennings is questionable. Isaac Orlando is questionable on the offensive side of the ball. And on the defensive side of the ball, Talano Hufanga and Itur Gross Matos are all questionable as well for San Francisco. I'm quite certain, though, McCaffrey and Jennings are going to be playing. I haven't seen anything that will indicate that they won't be playing. But like I said, if you guys have heard anything different, let me know. Leave your thoughts in the chat room. But like I said, definitely Hassan Reddick will not be playing. I'm quite certain of that. And obviously this game is in San Francisco right now. ESPN currently has San Francisco minus 4.5 on the line, and the over/under is currently set at 43.5. I'm interested to see how explosive, how fluid, the Jets' offense is going to be. We know that obviously Aaron Rodgers is coming off his season-ending Achilles injury last year, and at this age, how much does Aaron Rodgers have left in the tank? There's no question that Aaron Rodgers is one of the best quarterbacks of all time. In my opinion, he's the third best quarterback of all time, behind Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady. And his level of play and his consistency is going to be the biggest indicator for the Jets' success going into this season. How successful the Jets are going to be is completely contingent upon Aaron Rodgers' success and his ability to be proficient on the offense side of the ball. So I want to see how much he has left, what he's able to do against San Francisco and one of the best defenses in the NFL. And I want to see how big of a leap, how big of a step can Brock Purdy take, or has taken, in his development in his game. Has Brock Purdy peaked as a player? Is there more? Is there another level he can get to? Because there has to be a reason that teams passed up on him in the draft. Because some guys might not have as high as have an upside, but they get off to a great start. They get off to a great start, but there's just not much more for their game to develop. They hit their ceiling right away. And does Brock Purdy have another level to his game? And if he doesn't, is San Francisco capable of winning a championship, winning a Super Bowl with Brock Purdy at this level of play? At this level of play. Can San Francisco win with Brock Purdy at this level? Or will it take more from Brock Purdy for San Francisco to win? And those are question marks I have for San Francisco going into this season. Like I said earlier, I believe this is the last year for their championship window to be open. And if they don't win it this year, you have to start having some serious conversations in that San Francisco front office. But for this game right here, I do have San Francisco winning this game by a score of 27-17. I just don't think the Jets are going to be able to get into a rhythm offensively. I believe that Aaron Rodgers is going to take a couple of games to get back into his rhythm. It's hard to simulate game reps even in training camp and in the preseason. There's nothing that can simulate, that can replicate those game-like reps. I don't care what sport it is. The only way to get your rhythm back truly is to be in the game and playing. And other pro athletes will understand that. They guys understand where I'm coming from when I say that. But like I said, I have San Francisco win this game by a score of 27-17. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Leave your thoughts in the chat room. Do you guys think San Francisco is going to win this game? Or do you guys think the Jets are going to win this game? Do you guys think it's going to be a close game? Or do you guys think it's going to be a blowout? Let me know what you guys think. I'm looking forward to hear your guys' opinions and thoughts and predictions. But with that being said, guys, that is it for our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful show. We'll be back again next week with another NFL show. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Continue to stay safe, be vigilant, make smart decisions. Until next time, peace.